Students, it is Quest Edu Physics. In this class, we are going to learn about the electricity students. Electricity, study of the charges. Here in this class, we are studying about the charges, particularly the charges which are at rest. I mean, when you take the charges that are at rest, we call it as the static electricity, or it is electrostatics. Okay, here already I told you electrostatics is nothing but study of the charges and where we find the charges and how we study. We study about the charges which are lying over the surfaces. Okay, actually static electricity is the surface phenomenon. Static electricity or electrostatics is the surface phenomenon. In this one, we will learn about the behavior of the charges which are at rest. First of all, we have to understand what is the charges. What is meant by charge? Simply the answer will come. Any student or anyone can answer it as charge. It has either positive charge, it is positive or negative. And some students tell, what they say? Atoms contains of charges. Okay, maybe they are right. Frankly speaking, students, till now no one defined what is the charges. Simply, we are saying that charge is the entity of matter. Then immediately the question will arise, what is the entity? Anything which has its own characteristics is known as entity. Okay, the charge is the entity of matter. And what is matter? It is, what is that? Anything which is present in a body. The question goes on. That's why it is better to remember that charge is the entity of the matter. Okay. Generally, we come across with the two types of charges, students. As you know that one is the positive charge and second one is the negative charge. Okay, one is the positive and second is the negative. We have a misconception that zero charge, but actually such kind of charges doesn't arises. A body becomes zero charged when it has equal number of positive and as well as the negative charges, students, which has equal number of positive and negative charges. Okay, what I said, charge is the entity of matter. In actual practice, we cannot define the charge. Charges are available in two different styles. We have the two different charges. One is the positive charge and second is the negative charge. If charge is a physical quantity, it must have a unit, isn't it? The SI unit of the charge, students, Coulomb. Coulomb is the SI unit of charge. Then immediately the question will arise, what could be the CGS unit? CGS unit of charge is ESU. I mean electrostatic units. Then the question arises, already told you, where the charges resides. Charges reside over the surfaces. Okay. Okay, charges resides in bodies. Okay, students. Then we have to know how the charges are produced first. Okay, students, we have to know how the charges are produced. The simple answer is charges can be produced in different ways. Okay, charges are produced in different ways. One such method is due to friction. Charges can be produced due to friction. Here, friction means what? A force. Friction is a force. Okay, when you rub two bodies together, okay, then what happens? The charges will transfer from one body to another. The charges will transfer from one body to another. In your early studies, maybe you did an experiment. What you did? You hold a comb in your hand and you combed your hair. After that, if you brought some pieces of paper near to the comb, they get attracted and as well as the ripple. Pieces of paper. We had to tear the paper into small pieces. Okay, they get attracted or repelled from that comb. Means what? By rubbing the material with which the comb is made is lost the electrons and it becomes positive. And tear it, one side of the paper get the negative charge and second is the positive, the third part. When the positive approaches the comb, it get repelled by that. With that we can say charge show a property, that is the repulsion, and also it shows the property of attraction. Okay, with that we can come to a conclusion that like charges repels and unlike charges get attracts. Like charges repels and unlike charges get attracts. Okay, students. Here I am talking about how the charges are produced. I said the method by friction you can produce a charge. And what is the second one? Charges can be produced by means of electrostatic conduction. Electrostatic conduction is one more method to produce the charges. Okay, what is the conduction we have to understand? A simple experiment can make you to understand what is the conduction is. Already I told you have to take a comb and you have to rub your dry hair. Then the comb get positive charge, I said. In the same way, take a glass rod and rub it with your hair, or take a woolen cloth and rub the glass rod. Glass rod acquired the positive charge. Here I am taking the glass rod, okay, by rubbing it acquired the positive charge. Okay, here it has the 6 unit of positive charge there. Then what I have to do here, I have to take a neutral body. Say it is the metal sphere which is neutral. How can we make the neutral? Okay, we have to keep on a insulated base, then we have to earthen it. By earthing it, all the charge which is on the metal sphere, okay, moves to the earth. Okay, earth has the greater ability, students. It will absorbs or receives the infinite amount of the charge when it is required, and also it receives, already told you, It gives the infinite amount of the charges. Here, by connecting to the earth, it lost the electron and it becomes electrically neutral. This sphere is the electrical neutral body. Okay, then after, that means what? It doesn't have any excess positive ions and as well as the negative ions. It is electrically neutral. That means what? Having equal number of positive and negative charges. Then I have to make it to come into contact with this. This is the first stage. Then I put the same rod here. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1. Then what did happen here? It is the initial state. Okay, first state. In second stage, charge will be transferred to this body till they reach the equilibrium. That means both charge will be transferred in between the two till they get the equal amount of the charge. The 6 units of positive charge being transferred between this metal sphere, that too it is a, what I said, initially it is the neutral, and this process is known as electrostatic induction, students. Conduction. And we have one more process. Okay, it is said as electrostatic induction. Okay, students, conduction means what? With the actual contact, we are transferring the charge from one body to another body till the two bodies reach the equilibrium. Conduction is the process in which charge will be transferred from one body to another till they reach the equilibrium. Means what? It has the 6 unit of the charge. Charge will be distributed equally among these two bodies. Okay, by actual contact, what we are doing? We are transferring the charge. The second, I said, electrostatic induction. What is the electrostatic induction? Okay, I think you understood what does it mean. Producing or inducing the charges on a neutral body. Okay, inducing charges on a neutral body by bringing a charged body towards it. We are not making any contact in between the two bodies. What we are doing here, say I am taking a neutral body here, is a neutral, which say it is made of copper or iron, any metal body it is. It is the plastic, isn't it? It is a bad conductor. It doesn't have any free electrons in. What I have to take? I have to take a metal. Just imagine it's a metal. Then I got is a glass rod or something. I have to bring it near to that. Then what happens? Opposite charge will be created in this body. Okay, it goes like this. See, students, here I am doing the same here. Again I am taking the same glass rod, has the 6 units of positive charge. Then I took a metal sphere. Okay, I kept on an insulated base. It is the insulated base, and I connected it to earth. Here, if it has any excess charge right now, the charge will be thrown to the earth. Okay, students, then it becomes electrically neutral. It is the electrical neutral body. It doesn't have any free charges in. Here, because of the induction, what I am doing, what I said, producing the charge on a neutral body by bringing a charged body near to it. Here I kept a positive charged body near. You can keep a negative charged body also. Then what happens? Here the insulation of this material will break. Okay, the charge get induced. I have the 6 units of positive charge. Okay, then 6 units of negative charge will be created near to this, and 6 units of positive charge. Okay, if you bring 6 units of positive charge near to this, then automatically on this neutral body, 6 units of negative charge and as well as the 6 units of positive charge will be created on. Okay, it is the profitable situation, students. In conduction, what we did, we shared the electrons or the charges between the two bodies. It happens sharing it is. But here in induction, it is the buy one get two free, students. Buy one get two free. We are bringing a positively charged body near to that. Because of the influence of this one, the insulation of this metal sphere will be lost and it divides into the ions, positive and as well as the negative. Okay, that's why it is the better process to produce the electrons. Electrostatic, induction and conduction, and also the friction are the methods to produce the charges. Not only these three, students, we have one more. Here fourth is discharge through the gases, students. We call it as the discharge through the gases. Okay. What is the discharge through the gases? That means what we are doing? We are discharging the gas into ions in presence of higher potential and as well as the low pressure. Okay. Discharging gas into, that means dividing the gas into ions at high potential and low pressure. Here, maybe you have learned these things in chemistry while you are reading the chemistry, or in physics also you will learn. In modern physics you will come. The three famous scientists, J.J. Thomson, Goldstein and Chadwick did the same experiments. And these three are, what's that, disciples of each other. And they got the Nobel Prizes for the discovery of electron, proton and neutron. And what is the discharge through the gases? You have to take a glass tube, which is a hard one. It's the hard glass tube, which has a valve here, outlet valve you can say. Then you have to keep two electrodes in. These are the two electrodes. Then after we have to connect these electrodes to a source of potential, higher potential. Okay, by using a vacuum pump, you have to reduce the air which is present in this gas. That means you have to make sure that it attained a pressure of 0.01 mm of mercury. Okay. Then this metal plate get heat up, it is a positive as the negative. Thermions will come out from this plate and they collide the neighboring air molecules which are present in. Here what we did, pressure is, I told you, it is 0.001 mm of mercury, and the potential, it is about 10,000 volt. Then this gas get ionized. Okay, ionized means what? It divides into positive and negative ion. Okay, in olden days we used to use the big TVs. They are provided with the CRT SIN. Maybe you can remember this. Picture tube could be like this. When you unplug it, okay, then if you switch on the TV, you will get small scintillation over the screen. The same experiment we are doing here. We are ionizing the gas at higher potential and lower pressure. These are the four methods to produce the charges, students. Charges can be produced by means of friction, by electrostatic conduction, electrostatic induction, and also discharge through the gases, students.